Hi, guys. Welcome to Real Talk with Real Food Recovery. This is our weekly wisdom segment with our Real Food Recovery leaders. And this week we are going to talk about the power of setting intentions in recovery and how significant that is in success. You have to have intentions before you know how to make your next move. So when we are setting an intention for our life, it sets up our day for success. And these intentions don't start that morning. We need to be thinking about that the night before. What do we want our tomorrow to look like so our day can be filled with positive intentions? Whether it's I'm intending to make sure my food is clean, and part of that intention is planning that out the night before. Maybe the intention for me, I'm talking about me, is making sure I go to bed on time so I can feel rested and motivated to want to go exercise, and making sure I have intentions set for myself of carving out time for spirituality in my life so I can feel grounded and safe. But being intentional in our movements versus just flying by the seat of our pants thinking things will land eventually, it doesn't work. You got to have a plan. You got to be focused and have a good idea of how you want your day to look like, and that's where success comes. For me, that's what it looks like. Jamie, what about for you?
Intention is everything. It's very important. And when I set an intention, I always feel more grounded. I always feel more focused. And intention in my recovery, it might look granular and it might look very strategic, tactical versus strategic, but it really always helps me figure out where I want to go and also where I want my focus to go. So if I have no intention set for the day, then I will literally just put my focus on whatever comes up in front of me instead of being very intentional and planful and strategic about what I'm putting my time and effort into. Intention is a game changer. And the other thing that I've applied intention to is, of course, my spiritual time, but also the way that I try to connect with others. And I have to be very mindful of how, especially if I'm feeling overwhelmed or if I'm feeling having a stressful day or lots of things coming at me I didn't expect, I have to be very mindful and intentional about how I'm showing up. And I'm not always good at that. Sometimes I can, if I even set the intention and I'm feeling very, very tired or very, very overwhelmed, I can lose my track of my intentional focus on compassion and kindness. And I can just try to get things done and be very direct and short and curt. And that is usually a recipe for me having to intentionally make an apology. So I want to make sure that I am intentionally guiding myself, but also intentionally surrendering to what my spiritual power that I call God wants for me in that moment and in that day, which is something that I am very excited to have the time to do more and more of. How about you, Shay?
I love these words of wisdom from you ladies. I'm a big believer that if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. But you won't get anywhere because you won't know where you're going. So you'll end up in this big state of overwhelm, frustration. You end up judging and shooting, and then who you are is who you'll be out of that place of anger. And for me, it's dialing it right back, setting 1, 2, 3 maximum. I do this with clients, 1, 2, 3 maximum, like intentional goals. And then you can set a kind of course, plot a course of where it is that I want to go, and then take consistent steps. I often say it's not the size of the step that matters, it's the consistency of the step that matters. And if you take the next step and the next step, moving in the direction of where it is that you want to be going, dial it down, dispel overwhelm, and then really pour your energy into that, because plus you're then going to see results that are moving you in the direction of where you want to go, and that's going to build momentum. And as the momentum builds, so will the direction of where it is that you're going and who you're wanting to be unfold. So yeah, be intentional.
I love it. I love it. What we don't want is for people to be putting out fires all day long and chasing their tail in and you're just operating off of chaos all day long. That leads, it's just one movement. It's not forward. It's just around and around in a circle. So try exercising intentionality and see if that doesn't affect your recovery as well. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care.